Hey guys, how you doing today? I've got some sunflowers and some sweet corn that I want to start today. I started some of my sunflowers earlier in, you can use a milk jug or a water jug. You guys might have seen that. But this is one I like to do. You can use paper towel rolls or toilet paper rolls. I went ahead and I cut mine all up, and they're nice because you can pick them right up and plant the whole thing into the ground when you're ready, and they will just deteriorate in the soil. So I'm going to show you how I start mine. Our weather is not cooperating, so I'm thinking it's probably going to be another couple of weeks before I can get actually any seeds on the ground. So I want to go ahead and get started. I wish I would have started uh, just a little bit earlier. But all I do is I have it's an old deli container with a lid. And now what I like to do, I like to put a little bit of my soil down in the bottom of my container. Just a little bit, about a half an inch. It doesn't have to be a lot. And then take your rolls that you cut. I left mine, see how many I can get in here. Every deli container is different, so I'd like to get in as many as I can. I used to buy those little seed pod starters. You guys know what I'm talking about. But these work just as well. And the only thing I don't like about the seed pod starter ones is sometimes that netting doesn't come, the netting that they put around it doesn't come all the way off. And then you're kind of fighting getting that off. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up my little toilet paper pots. Oh, jeez. This might have been easier using a little cup than my big spoon. I'm going to grab my little cup. There we go. And then I'm just going to fill all these little guys up. Now this is actually, I'm just using, you can use seed starting soil or, you know, whatever you prefer to start your seeds. But this is my cocoa coir, and it has, I don't have any perlite in it because I want it to stay moist. Okay, now I'm just going to go around, push these down a little bit. Get my soil compacted in there. And this makes it so much nicer when you can just pull them out, plop them into the ground. You don't got to try to dig them out of like a container and worry about breaking roots and what have you. I'm going to take a little bit of this out because what I'm going to do is put my seed down in here and then take a little bit out. That one's good. And if you have a lot of seeds that you want to start, if you start saving your paper towel rolls, usually you can get about 4 or 5 of these little cardboard pods out of a paper towel roll. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and wet my soil. Get it nice and wet. Yeah, but it makes it nice because you can just lift them up. And then I'm gonna push it down just a little bit more. I really, really hope you guys can see what the heck I'm doing here. And then I'm gonna take need my towel. I'm gonna start off with my sweet corn. And this is just some sweet corn that I picked up at, I don't know, it was either Lowe's or Walmart. I like to get them in the big packages, because then if you know, it depends on how much you want to plant, but you can use them all next year too, as long as you keep them in a cool, dry area. Your seeds usually last a while. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop 2 corn down in here. That way if one don't sprout, I've got a backup in each one of my little cardboard pods. And if they both do, then you can either try to separate them or leave them alone. I normally just leave them alone. And then later when the ground warms up, now this is sweet corn. Sweet corn usually comes on a little quicker than any other kind of corn. And I'm going to fill my corn up in this whole container. And I think the germination on this is, yeah, 75 to 80 days. Days to harvest is 88. And it says planting depth is 1 to 1.5 inch. And you want them 3 foot, about 3 foot apart in spacing for corn, because corn likes to have a lot of air. Corn likes to have a lot of air around it. But I figure these 12 plants will give me a really good head start, and then I can plant more directly into the ground when I'm done. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cover these guys up. I have some chunks on there. Get these guys all covered up. And then I'm not gonna, let's see. Well, I suppose I will. I'm gonna go ahead and water just a little bit more on top. And I'm just gonna add a little more water, not a lot, because I watered them in pretty good. And then I've got my, I just use popsicle sticks and I write on them with a marker. And I will stick those down in so I know what is. And then with my little deli tray, just cover it up. It makes an instant little greenhouse. It's really, really neat. I love saving my little deli trays to get cake or what have you on them. They make a great little greenhouse for seeds or any other kind of plant cuttings and stuff like that. So there I've got my sweet corn done. And now what I'm going to do is, I've only got four more of these. I think I might use those. I've only got 4 more of these left. So I think, I wish I had some more. I thought I had more paper towel rolls, but I cannot find them. I'll probably find them when my video is over. That'll get me 4 in there. Geez, I wish I had another one. Haha, I found one. So what I'm gonna do is I want to cut these about the same. I just kind of bend it, squish it, and then I want to keep them about the same length. Oh! How come everything I cut always ends up on the floor? Always goes flying. So that was, where'd it go? Oh shoot, it went all the way over there. So that's 1, 2, 3. So yeah, you get about 5 of them. I mean, depending on what height you're cutting them. See, that one's a little higher than the other rolls. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to go ahead and use this now. Oh, I want to put my soil in the bottom. I like to put just a little bit of soil. And this one doesn't have a lid. Well, actually, it does have a lid, but I wasn't able to find it. So I'll just use, I'll use saran wrap. Then I'm just going to do the same with these. Stick them in there. Oh, I'm glad I found another paper towel holder. I would have grabbed the one on the floor. I flew over. Okay, I got my other one on the floor. I'm just going to kind of stick her right in there. Then as I get more, I can add, because I got more room in here, I can add 2. So if I'm going to do that, I'm going to put that one all the way over there, because I can get 3 more in here. And then I'm just going to do, the same. Fill all these little boogers up. And this one I'm going to put my sunflower seeds on, because I like my sunflowers. I grow these everywhere I can. The only bad thing about doing this with sunflower seeds is sunflowers can be a little touchy when you move them. It's the only bad thing about them, but with using the cardboard rolls, you're not really disturbing them a whole lot. You're just kind of picking them up and putting the whole thing in the ground. You're not trying to break them up and disturbing the roots. And okay, that looks pretty good. I'm going to water these guys on. And then these 2 containers will go in and sit under my grow lights in my plant room until and then when it starts getting a little warmer, I can take them out, move them up on my back porch, and then eventually they can go outside, get them acclimatized a little bit before I put them into the ground. It gives me a little quicker growing time. That's the bad thing about living in Ohio. It seems like, you know, summer, we get May, June, July, August, and September, and October. But October, you know, you're getting cool, and so you've got very little growing time. Oh, I only got one in there now. I'm putting 2 each in there too, and then I'm just gonna pop them down a little bit. And with my sunflowers, I put 2 in each, and if they come up together, I will leave them. And then I'm just going to go through and do the same. Cover them up. A little bit of soil on top of them. It's really a great way to do it. I love doing it like this. It's so nice to just be able to pick them right up, and then whatever soil's at the bottom of your container, I just sprinkle around in my hole. But I got my popsicle stick marked sunflower, and then with this container, if I can't find the lid, which I think I know right where it's at, you can cover it with saran wrap, and then as soon as the plants start hitting up, you just take because once they germinate and start popping up, you don't have to keep the top on, because I find that if you keep the top on too long, so as soon as they start popping up and you're seeing green, wait like a day or two and then take this top off, because it seems like if you don't, you want to get them accustomed to the air, and you want to get them accustomed to, like, if you're, you know, in the house, you got fans blowing, which I have fans blowing around all my plants. You know, you want to get them accustomed to that and the temperatures, but they'll get moldy, and then the plants will just end up dying anyways. So that's all there is to it, guys. My little DIY seed planting, and I've still got plenty of sunflower seeds left in my container that I can sprinkle around outside and get them in the ground. And I still have plenty of corn, because I'll definitely plant another row of corn. I don't have a huge vegetable garden, you know, because with the kids gone now and it's just me and my husband, we grow tomatoes, hot peppers, lettuce, and of course my sunflowers. This year, with the extra space I have, I wanted to try to grow some more of my gourds. I like to make birdhouses out of them, but I probably should get those started too. But those take off so quickly that once I get my ground worked up a little bit, I can put them in and pull a little fence around them, because my ducks and chickens will get into them if I don't. But alright guys, that is it for today. This is a really great DIY. Instead of buying the pods, you can use these. They deteriorate right in the soil, and there's no mesh around them that you got to worry about clogging up your root system and your plants dying. So yeah, this I'll either put a lid on or put saran wrap over it to keep her nice and warm till they germinate. And I think the sunflowers are 14 to 21 days germination. But when you're starting them in the house with a top on them and you have really bright light, usually they'll take off a little quicker. But alright guys, that's it for today. I am going to let you go, and I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Peace. Bye.